I'm one of the 2 AP US Government and Politics teachers here at Alpharetta High School. This is my 9th year at AHS and my 8th year teaching AP Gov. I also co-direct our debate program and teach the debate class. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about some skills and advice and things related to AP Gov that we think you should know.
I'm Coach Crump. I'm also here teaching AP Gov. This is my 3rd year at the high school and probably my 8th year teaching AP Gov, 22nd year teaching overall. And we're just going to go through a little bit of curriculum, the main curriculum that we teach, and also give you some skills that we think are necessary and also some advice to parents in dealing with what is usually their first AP class. We teach government to freshmen in Georgia. Most of them are taught as a senior, but in Fulton County we do it as freshmen. So it's a big step up from middle school in the progress. And so just want to make sure that they know that they're going from middle school to a college class and that they prepare adequately. So we cover 5 major areas in the curriculum during the year. The first area is foundations, philosophical underpinnings of the Constitution itself. Then we go through the 3 different branches, judicial, executive, and legislature. We also cover civil rights and civil liberties, second semester. And then we usually finish with political parties, political ideology, elections, and different things like that. So those are the major areas of content that we go through. And so by the end of the year, they should have a very good foundation of the ins and outs of U.S. government, as well as be prepared for the test. We will finish by spring break with the introduction of new content. And then after spring break, before the test in early May, we will review and make sure that they have the necessary skills for writing essays, as well as the content to be successful in the test.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about skills needed to be successful in AP Gov. So one of the major skills is being a strong writer. There are 4 types of short response, free response questions on the AP exam. They are the quantitative analysis question, the concept application question, the Supreme Court of the United States question, and the argumentative essay. And each one requires slightly different things from the student. So they're going to need to not just be able to say back to us the vocabulary and main ideas they've been taught, but also how to apply it, and we'll work with students on that. But it's really important that students do the practice that we assign in class with writing essays, and then we'll give them feedback on it, both on their assessments and then also some just for practice to make sure they're kind of on the right track. Another really important skill is needing good time management. So in AP Gov, there isn't a lot of homework, and instead a lot of it is the expectation that it will be done, and then they are assessed based on quizzes, tests, and projects. But that means that your child needs to be doing the required notes. So there's a required textbook reading. It helps supplement what we teach in class. And I will give students a target date by which they need to be done the reading and suggest what sections they read each night. But ultimately, it's up to the student. So for example, if I assign section 2.1 on Wednesday night, but your child has a volleyball game on Wednesday night, they may want to do that reading on Tuesday or Thursday. And they have the flexibility to do that. We just want it done by the target deadline date. One other skill that's really important is being open to constructive criticism. For some students, this is a really challenging course because it's their first college level course, as Coach Crump mentioned. And so they need to be sure that they look beyond necessarily what just the grade is, but what are they doing well, what do they need to improve, and looking at the comments we're leaving them so that they can continue to improve. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about some advice to be successful in AP Gov.
The advice for AP Gov is everywhere. There's a lot of great sites online, on YouTube in particular. There's some really good teachers that have made videos where they can stop and pause. A couple of them in particular I've shared, and I'm sure Ms. Ivy has as well, are readers for the test, and they know the inside outs, they know why kids do not succeed. And so the advice would be to do more than we do in class. Obviously, it's a college level course, and it's also something that they have to retain for the duration of the year. So things that we covered in the first week will be on the exam in May. And so it's really the first class that they've had to have cumulative information retention from basically August to May. Most of them in middle school, or even in most in high school, are just a semester long, and you usually go unit by unit. And once you've covered a unit, to an extent, they are used to forgetting that and then getting all that information and putting it back on the test. You really have to build a cumulative knowledge, which means they need to be self-motivated to go back and review everything that we do. Also, if they don't get a concept, it's not okay to move on until you have it. because it's going to come up again and again and again. You can't just say, I'll do better next time on the next unit without changing the habits or the mistakes that led to not doing well on the first. And so some of the advice would be, like Ms. Ivy said, continue to read and continue to use those outside resources, especially in the mechanics of writing the essays that are provided to them through AP Central, through teachers who have made videos online, through what we talk about in class, because the mechanics of writing the essays properly is what separates a lot of kids from that next grade level of a 4, a 5, a 3, and so on. Most of the readers on the national level will tell you that the kids just have no idea how to structure their essays. And some of that is lack of exposure to that information, but that will not be a problem here. They know exactly what to do. And the class should be challenging, but it should not be all-consuming. We try to account for the fact that many of them are athletes or maybe even have jobs. If they're juniors or seniors, they have people, younger brothers and sisters to help with. And so they should not be stressed 24/7 about the class, but they should take it seriously. We also leave significant room for them to adjust for their own learning styles. If they're auditory, there are tons of videos and audio for them. If they love to read and retain, we have those resources for them too. And we have some freedom in that, but in that freedom, as everything with UNIT comes responsibility. And at the end of the day, they're responsible to know the information and to be able to express it in the way the AP test requires. So like Ms. Ivy said, half of it is multiple choice. That is 50% of their grade. And then the other half is the 4 essays. Each one is 12.5 points apiece. And so that's what we're building towards for the end of the year. So if you have any questions, you can look us up both on the website from the school, go through the school webpage. We both use something called Planbook, which gives them a daily accounting of what we do, whether they're here or not. We also put some extra resources on there sometimes that are just to help, and that's our primary way of communicating with the kids. And so we hope that they have a wonderful year and do great on the test, earn that college credit, and save some time and money in the future.
Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to getting to know you and your students and your families throughout this school year. And we're here to be a resource to help, so feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns or even celebrations. Thanks so much for watching our video and have